So after you've practiced using our handout with a flip book that's already pre-drawn for you, you can get a notebook from me, a notepad that has pages, and you can draw your own flip book. And it has quite a few pages, so you may not use them all, or you might want to use them all. But these do flip easier because they're connected at the top, so you don't need a stapler. They're all even and lined up. Okay. So when you do a flip book, you want to start at the bottom of the flip book and draw your image, and that way when you lay your next paper on top, it's thin enough you can see through it and you can see how to make your changes. So if I start with a ball here coming onto my paper, then I lay the next paper down, I can see through my paper where it is. And now I'm going to add just a little bit more of the ball coming onto the paper. Remember, it's very gradual changes. Okay, then a little bit, then the ball's going to be a little bit further onto the paper. Okay, and the next page down. And now it's going to start to move down. Oops. You can draw this in pencil and then go back over it with Sharpie, but this is thin paper so that you can see through it, so the Sharpie might bleed through onto the page underneath. All right, so now I'm going to make the ball flatten a little bit where it hits the bottom of the page. And I'll have it stretch out a little bit more. I don't know if this will work, but it can't hurt to try. And then I'm going to have it come back up. Start to come up off the floor and bounce up. Now, after you have a few pages done, then flip through and see if it starts to look like it's moving. Okay, so mine is definitely showing movement. Kind of wish I hadn't started so high up on my paper and kept most of the movement and activity down here in the bottom so that I don't have to flip the big pages. Okay, I'm going to have this one be the last one coming up. And then I'm going to have it start bouncing back down. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to All right, so it's starting to show movement. I'm going to keep going until I get to the end of the notepad. I've kind of run out of space and I have like 3 pages left, so I guess essentially you could rip off a few of the pages at the top if you were kind of done with your story. So I think I'm finished with my story, so I'm going to pull off the top 3 pages. I wouldn't say pull off half because that's really a waste of paper. And we had these notebooks made specially for you to do your flip book. So I think I finished my story that I'm telling with the bouncing balls. So let's see if I flip through. All right, there it goes. Whoop, that was pretty good. And my ball bounced a couple of times. All right, so that's what we're working on, a flip book. You can do it. I'm excited to see what story and what movement you're gonna show.